Hello, it is me, Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned In Tarot. And today we are here to take a look at the financial obstacles that you may need removed in order for you to step into that receiving mode to allow abundance to come to you. So it's Thursday, it's a good day to look at that. I had a request from it a while to do this reading a while ago, and I'm finally getting to it now. So let's get into it. And I was just telling my TikTok followers here that if you have not yet seen the collective tune in, because I kind of did it at a weird time. Usually I do it on Mondays, and I didn't get a chance to do it until last night. It is available also on my YouTube, so go check that out. Also, click the link in the description box if you want to book a private reading or send a donation. I do appreciate all of the support that you send, because one of my financial obstacles is that I keep doing all these collective free readings and not receiving any abundance from them. So please do help to support my channel so that I can continue to bring these messages and to show that you value the work that I do, because I believe it's valuable, and I don't think you would be here if you didn't believe that too. All right, so let's begin. The overall general energy surrounding the obstacle that we are currently dealing with is this Page of Cups energy. We have Smee from Captain Hook. I love, or not from Captain Hook, from Peter Pan. And this is the Disney Villains deck. And I'm using the Prisma Visions deck. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. So the general energy surrounding our finances right now is you there's this feeling of being kind of emotionally underdeveloped in regards to them, and just not taking them very seriously. So you're also not having any fun. It's like you don't have any like a lot of extra to be able to like have a good time, to go and do the things that you want to do. So there is definitely this feeling of, you know, it's very, very serious, but you're also not feeling very equipped to handle the emotions about how serious it is. So that's the general energy that's coming up. It's not a very comfortable energy. Um you're very heart-centered. You really do want to make the best of your situation. Like you're coming to this with an open heart, like to try to transform or change. I'm seeing 9:33 on the clock, and there's 9 people in the room, so that might be significant. um so I have to keep looking. I'm gonna drag this out so I can put it over here. Let's see, put this here and this there. Beautiful. Okay, so here is the actual block or obstacle that you are facing oh my goodness gracious me, oh my, can we not please? There we go. Let me make this very small. Okay, perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So, the actual block or obstacle that you're facing right now is the Devil card. This is in your headspace. So, you're terrified, and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, this could be for those of you that are currently unemployed or not employed in a typical way. Like I am currently not employed in a typical way. I'm self-employed, and I make my revenue through my music and through my tarot cards. Now, I just felt myself, as I said, my music, I felt myself getting ready to say a funny joke about how my music isn't lucrative. That's where it is. That's where it is. There's my obstacle, the way that I'm thinking about the work that I do. I have a fear that my work that I have been doing is not profitable. I also may be resisting working with anyone else, working with a financial advisor, working with a business partner. Right now, there's a handful of people that I know would invest in my business, but I am afraid to ask, afraid that I will fail and, disappoint. I can feel all the fears there. The Devil card is really so much about your mind, about the things that your mind is, the illusions that your mind are perpetuating about whatever it is that you are thinking about. And in this case, there is just this feeling that whatever either you are underemployed or the work that you are doing is just not really profitable. And that's like a big block for you. So let's remove it. Please, God, absolutely, let's remove it. Before we get rid of it, let's ask, where did it come from? Sometimes understanding where it comes from helps us to heal the wound. So let's take a look. Where did it come from? My cards are so accurate. It like it's physically painful sometimes. I'm like, God, how is it this accurate? Okay, we have the Three of Wands here, which is the card of the future potential of something, constantly seeing what's coming in the future. And this is a new deck, and when I get a new deck, I like to, if there's any images that I'm not quite certain what their origin is, I like to take a look. I don't know 100% if this has a storyline behind it, so let me just take a look here at the Three of Wands, because if there's any more information for us, I want to bring it through. Ooh, okay. So the Three of Wands indicates success comes through collaboration and cooperation. Now isn't the time to try to do things all by yourself. That's also what the Three of Pentacles is about. So I think that's very interesting that this is coming up, because that's our block, right? And this is where it originates. Even the best villain needs a little help from a trusted sidekick now and then. You have a great opportunity in front of you, but to make the most of it, you'll need to work with others. Okay. So interesting. This, of course, is the villain's tarot deck description of the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands for me has a lot more meaning than that, but that's what they chose to focus on in this deck, and that's totally fine. But I think that the message coming up is very clear. So what it originates is this having to do things all by yourself, like being afraid of disappointing others, because the Five of Cups is about disappointment. So in the past, if you've borrowed money and had a hard time paying it back, if you've asked for assistance or wanted to collaborate with somebody and you didn't follow through, so you have a fear of disappointing others, and you are also always seeing the future and the potential disappointment in whatever it is that you're doing. Like, it may be disappointing, or maybe you won't be able to return the investment somebody has made on you. The thing that I'm thinking about right now is in my own career. I'm a musician, I'm a producer, singer, songwriter, and I produce my record at this awesome studio in Los Angeles. And the studio pursued me, actually. The owner of the studio really kind of hunted me down for a couple years, trying to get me to come in. I finally came in, viewed the space, loved it, decided to work with him. And he wanted to work with me because he loves my music. And he is my engineer, little co-producer going on, and mix engineering, etc. And he has offered for the past year to complete my record without me paying anything more than I've already paid. And I have been really reluctant to accept that offer, because I don't want somebody to just give away their time to me, because I want to give them what they're worth. But what he's trying to show me through that is that he believes that what I'm creating is valuable, and that he will receive a return on that time investment, or that purely just helping me or working with me is payment enough, is valuable enough, right? So this belief that I'm going to disappoint him, or, disappoint others in some way, this is where this block, this fear of receiving help for my financial situation is coming from. So that's how you can see this playing out in my life. You have to, of course, do the math and see how this is working out in your life. Sorry if I triggered you talking about math. I'm a little triggered. It's okay. How is this currently manifesting in my 3D? Okay, so how is this block currently manifesting? Well, we're thinking that we should be in this Queen of Pentacles energy, very independent, seeing abundance come from our creativity. And yet we're having to wait for it. Here is the Seven of Wands. We're having to be very precise. We feel like we have to do things very precisely. Because in this image, if this person is leaping from wand to wand rather than just swimming in their emotions. So it's like avoiding your emotions, avoiding maybe this feeling here, the emotionally underdeveloped thing. You don't want to drown in your emotions. Want to you don't want to make the wrong move. Um and you're fighting off, like, I'm feeling these wands right now. These they're It's almost like people offering ideas or help, and you're like, no, I'm just going to hold on to this idea that I have, which has not helped me in any way, shape, or form, and still hasn't removed my financial obstacle in a long time. But I don't think your ideas are going to work for me, because my idea is that I need to be this Queen of Pentacles and pay you, rather than in my situation, helping me to become the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a resistance there. You're fighting against yourself. You're fighting against your own ability to achieve that financial independence that you're really seeking. What will help me remove this obstacle? We have the Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Wands. I don't know why I said that. Page of Wands and because this says the Ten of Pentacles underneath. That's why I said that. And the Ten of Pentacles. What will help you? So the Page of Wands is about adventure, excitement, inspiration, that spark. It's about exploration. It's about, it can be about making, small communications, um, gestures. And then the Ten of Pentacles is the material health, material wealth, the abundance, the prosperity. It's all of the things. Now, what's funny is I was going to say the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. And if it was the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, it would be about receiving help, about asking for help, sharing, having somebody share a burden with you. And if it was the Page of Pentacles, it would be about accepting small things. So it's funny that I swapped that in my brain. But that message may still be significant. With this Page of Wands, what I'm feeling is you need to really have an idea of the abundance that you're seeking. Like, you need to look at it as exciting. Like, it's something that is happening right now, and you need to get excited about it. You need to be adventurous. You need to take risks. Risk taking is the only way to a large amount of abundance. People who are very what's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Conservative, I guess, would be a word that I would use, but like people who are, I guess, they don't take risks. They don't, go after the big money. They just do little tiny. Those people are not going to accrue huge amounts, vast amounts of wealth. Stability, security, sure. If you're very frugal and you're, saving your money a little bit at a time and stuff, you're only investing a little bit, you're always like, you're going to have stability and maybe you're going to have security, but the big payoff that comes from hedge funds, right? That's where you can make the most money in Wall Street, is hedge funds. And hedge funds are scary. That's like where you're just like, well, here it goes, we're going to bet all this, we don't know if it's going to work out or not. So there's a need to be a bit more adventurous, and to also really articulate what wealth and abundance looks like for you. Like, everybody, I think, just sort of, not everybody, but a lot of people just want like epic gob tons of money. But why? What's the why? What do you need lots of money for? Like, not that there's anything wrong with wanting lots and lots of money, but if you don't have if you're not saying what it is that you want to have the money for, money is not something that is easy to manifest, like, because you don't have an emotional attachment to physical money. If you can make money something you're emotionally attached to, like if you're like, money loves me, money wants to fuck me, money is like always wanting to be up inside of me, like, that's different. If you can create excitement around just like physical paper or gold money or something like that, then maybe you can manifest it. But it's a lot easier to manifest the things that you desire, and then money comes to you to help you manifest that. So you really need to get a really clear image in your mind of what you want all the money for. What do you want it for? Why? What do you get to your why? Your why is something that is going to help you remove this obstacle. Okay. Who or what should you release to move on? So interesting. We're getting the true love card or the lover's card and the Six of Pentacles. So, okay. The lover's card coming up in a financial reading, not super surprising because usually our love and money relationship is very similar or mirroring itself. And the Six of Pentacles is about that reciprocation. It's about investment. It's about getting back what you have invested into something. And this is what you should release to move on from this obstacle. I genuinely think that there is this tendency for you to focus on on relationships and an actual exchange with another person in terms of relationship rather than looking at your own finances. I'm seeing that, kind of reluctance, just this sort of immaturity here that's just like, la, da, da, not really taking things seriously enough, or feeling that they're scary to look at, and so rather than look at that, you kind of shift your focus to relationship. And I think that's something that is causing you to stay stuck, ironically, in abundance as well, because you're pouring your energy into somebody who's not giving back to you rather than pouring your energy into yourself so that that abundance that you're looking to receive can come to you. This is also making a choice or a decision to invest in yourself, because if you look at this as self-love and you look at the lover's card as a decision or a choice, which is often used to illustrate, then this is to choose to invest in yourself or show love to yourself. So that's that thing about like saving a little percentage of your paycheck for yourself. I actually did a financial reading for TikTok. It hasn't come out yet. I'll probably post it around noon today. And there was advice in that to like actually carve out money to actually have for yourself. I can hear my puppers is being restless back there. You all right, babes? Do you need me? What you doing? All right. And this next position is, what can I learn from this current pause? So during this time that you haven't seen this movement in regards to your finances, what can you learn? We have here the Death card coming up, which is a card about transformation, endings, and new beginnings. And we also have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So for me, this is this idea that you can't have what you want. Really ending that belief, no longer believing that, starting to believe that you can have what you desire. It's very hard. We're getting bombarded right now, especially if you think about the algorithm. The algorithm on your social media apps is feeding you what you believe. So right now, my algorithm is full of stuff about how I just saw something today about how it's beneficial to the economy to keep people poor, because poor people are in a state of desperation. So they will borrow money at interest in order to get what they need. And then the money that they pay in interest will help to feed the economy. And so, literally today, my belief system was in my face saying like it's a benefit for me to be poor, and it doesn't benefit me to be wealthy. It doesn't benefit the greater society or the economy for me to be wealthy. That is what my algorithm put in my face today. Now, those videos are meant to validate my beliefs, okay? Why do I want to validate beliefs that are going to keep me from being prosperous? Hello, thank you so much for being here today. Why do I want to validate those beliefs? So, to a certain extent, when you get a video like that, it's not a truth. Don't look at it as truth, because there's no truth on the internet. There's no truth. There's only the truth that's within you. And then your what you see externally reflects back your truth. Okay. So it's your truth right now. But if you don't want it to be true, turn off TikTok and work on your affirmations, work on your belief system. This moment that I'm having right now where I'm reflecting upon how I saw that TikTok today and how it's reinforcing something I don't want to be true. That's my message, to be like, okay, that's not the truth. That is just what I currently believe. But I can shift my beliefs, and have to, in fact, if I want to see different content, number one, and if I want to see and have different experiences. So look at your tarot readings that you see, your anything on any topic, look at that as something that is validating your current belief system, but your current belief system can shift and change. And that's why algorithms are so dangerous, because if you believe something, every single thing in your feed is going to confirm it, whether it's true or not. It doesn't matter. So if you're a racist person, then you're going to constantly see things in your feed validating your racist worldview. If you believe that, the GOP is evil incarnate, then you're going to see everything about the GOP being evil incarnate. If you believe that the Democratic Party is evil incarnate, you're going to see that. And then you're just going to go to the people that you meet in the street, and you're going to argue your worldview. And your worldview is limited by your belief system. And your belief system could change if you could open yourself up to change. But you have to actually change your mind before you're going to see evidence in your environment of your new beliefs. So, letting go of what you don't want, ending what you don't want, and opening up to what you do want. So this time that you've been trying to figure out all your shit, it's been for you to learn this lesson. So if you just learned it today, congratulations, you're moving on now from this lesson. What can I look forward to once this obstacle is removed? Well, looky. We have the Fool, which is that risk taking. It's coming right in under that 10 of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands, which is this party energy, stability, and it's emotional stability, and and steady, healthy foundation in your relationships in your life. So your relationship with money, a fresh new outlook, a fresh new belief system in regards to money, that is really going to help you feel much more stable and give you a reason to celebrate, which you've been feeling like you couldn't do. When I'm doing these readings and I'm channeling, I'm like, oh my God, this sounds so easy. Like today, like once I log off today, my whole life is going to transform because this sounds so easy. Then I go back and watch it and I'm like, how do I possibly do this? So let's get a little bit more from my oracles just to close out this reading and see if there's any advice for us to help us achieve this fresh new start and this belief that we can have a very stable and healthy relationship with money. The first card that's coming out is Koala Spirit in reverse. This would be the protection message. I have so many cords right now. They're like all over the place here. Okay. And this says Spirit has a plan, and it's number 35. So this advice today: are you feeling uneasy and mistrustful? There's the block. Here's the block, and here's the solution. Have you been hiding in a safe spot, afraid to venture out because you're convinced that life and other people will disappoint you? Could I make this? I can't make it up. Koala Spirit has appeared to let you know that your faith is misplaced. The present safety you seek is already passing away, because all things are temporary and outer conditions are always changing. Find your safety by placing your faith and trust in Spirit, who will grow the abundance that is already yours. Perhaps you are acting slowly and overly cautiously because you lack faith that there is more for you out there than what you know. You may have boxed yourself into a safe place that has nothing else to give you and become so familiar with it that you have forgotten to explore. Are you feeling pessimistic and convinced there is nothing more out there for you? Koala Spirit reminds you that self-care is meant to replenish you so that you can venture out again in faith, trusting that there is no limit to the joy Spirit wants you to experience. Be good to yourself and reconnect with Spirit to reclaim your faith in things yet unseen. So you have to ask yourself, what are some of the ways that you connect with Spirit? meditation, prayer. I mean, even going to, like, I'm a lapsed Catholic, but when I go to mass, there's something so peaceful about that space. And I just, feel like connected by the incense and the candles and in that environment. So go somewhere where you feel like you can be close to spirit and connect with spirit. Nature, a lot of people turn to nature for that. You can I will have to, if I turn to nature, it will be very cold and slippery today, but I could get outside and just, look at this world that's wrapped in a white blanket during the winter and have reverence and connect with it and look at the abundance that's all around me. But do something to connect with spirit, because spirit, that energy of the higher self or source or consciousness or whatever you want to call it, that source does not have doubt. It does not fear. It does not feel. It is pure love. And that's actually the next card that's coming up for our advice from the Prism Oracle. And I'm going to read to you what the color pink means, and then I will look at love itself. But let's first look at pink. Pink is frequently associated with love, sweetness, nurturing, and compassion. Pink roses are often associated with affection and gratitude. And in astrology, pink is aligned with the planet Venus, which rules over aesthetics and love. Rose quartz, a popular crystal known for its light pink hue, is said to be useful for connecting to matters of the heart and boosting feelings of self love. Brighter shades of pink, like magenta and fuchsia, convey a sense of excitement, while lighter shades of pink are often used to bring feelings of relaxation into an environment. I notice that this is a lighter shade of pink. When this card arises, it is a sign to notice the love that exists in your life, whether as romantic, platonic, or familial love, or even an intense interest. Where and how is love manifesting in your life, and how can you embrace it? So, this is also for me, when it comes up in terms of finances, one of the easiest ways to receive abundance is to be doing something that you really love to do. Because when you're pouring your heart into something and you feel love, you enter into the flow state. And the flow state is the state that you need to be in to receive. So making sure that when you are laboring, it is a labor of love. Even when you have to do work, like if you have just a job that you are not like super into right now, I'm lucky because this work is one of my favorite things that I've ever done. So when I get readings, when people book readings with me, or just to do these collective readings, it's a true pleasure and a joy. And it's only my obstacle in thinking that it will be profitable that keeps it from being profitable. I know that. And it's a very frustrating sensation to know that and then still have that belief. But think about how many times you've reiterated your beliefs over and over and over and over again. You've had those beliefs, and it takes just as many over and over and over agains to replace an old belief. You don't have to stop believing something. You have to start believing something new and just kind of squeeze out the old belief. And that works also when you're trying to change your lifestyle, and you're having habits that you don't love. You can squeeze out those habits. If you always have sugar after you eat lunch or dinner or something, you can start to replace the sugar with a piece of fruit or something like that to try to, you know, accommodate that behavior, but replace it with something that feels a little bit more in alignment or gives you a little bit more power or energy than the other thing that you were doing in the past. So additive synthesis versus subtractive synthesis. And I I think that as you really like, even if you have something that you're doing that you're like less than excited about, if you can find things about it that you love, you will shift out of that job so fast. Like, think about in your life if you've been wanting to move somewhere, or you wanted to leave your job, or you wanted to sometimes even leave a relationship. A lot of times, once you make your mind up, you're like, okay, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be here anymore. You've applied for new jobs. You've started looking elsewhere. You started looking at new apartments. You started to pack your car. the weirdest thing happens. What happens? All of a sudden, you friends that you live around in the area that you live, you either make good friends all of a sudden and start to hang out with them, start to do fun things, or you find like a new restaurant that you love, or you start to find reasons like why where you are is actually good, and then you're like, what the hell, like I was here all this time, and like none of this good shit was happening then, and now it is because I'm leaving. And it's because you've made a choice to improve your situation. And now your situation is improving. And it has to improve in order for you to be able to go to a place where it has improved. So start to find things that you love. I say this to my brother every day because he has a job that he doesn't like. And I'm like, I swear to God, the day that you come home to me and you start being like, oh my God, today was awesome. We had so much fun. I really like working with so and so. I found a way to like just be super zen about this activity. It's just feels the best. I'm like, that's when you're finally going to get a new job. That's when you're finally going to leave, because you have to be in the state that you are seeking in order to attract the things that are in that state. That's just how it works. So find a way to love your situation. Focus on the love relationships you have around you, romantic, familial, or otherwise, that are really making you feel good. That is something that is going to help you. And the final message from today's Wisdom of the Oracle is the protection message of chaos and conflict. And it is number 33. Let's see. This is an advantageous moment to restore order and recognize the opportunity for negotiation. Even in the seeming chaos, there is a kind of divine order, a complete resorting of elements. This is powerful. If your intention is to find the best solution for the highest good of all, there is positive news. The timing is perfect. Things are already stirred up, so don't be afraid to jump into the mix. And that leap card that came out with the Fool, don't be afraid to leap. You'll discover everything you need to know about how this situation affects you long term. Be present in the eye of chaos. This moment is valuable. Don't waste it. So I don't know about you, but my finances are a little bit chaotic. But embracing that, this just kind of diving right into them and starting to sift through them with confidence and with love for myself, um, things are going to start to show me. They're going to start to conform to what I am desiring, as long as I'm holding that desire in my mind. So that's a very important aspect of this energy. So that has been my financial obstacles removed reading. If you didn't get a chance to see the entire reading, it has been live streaming to YouTube at the same time. So you can go back and watch it later from beginning to end if you so desire. You can also see the reading I did last night for the collective tune in. And I feel like if you're having issues in relationship, there's a high chance that you are sharing those issues in your finances as well. It's very common because those two things are linked in the root chakra. So I'm sure if you've been focused a lot on relationship and not focusing as much on your own shit, you're probably seeing that that is kind of in a weird state right now. And those two things are sort of intrinsically linked, as we say. So thank you so much for being here with me today. If you would like a private reading or a personal or private reading, click the link below. There's everything you could possibly need down there. I have finished the retreat, the virtual retreat. It is done. My only issue is I don't know how to sell it yet, because basically I have a password that I want to give you. I think I need to do like a little package. So it's going to be $33 one-time payment. And then you can access the retreat that is available, and you can go on it. It's an at-home thing. And trying to comprehend that and knowledge to grow and transcend. Thank you. So if you are interested in it, it was really helpful for me in creating my vision for this, for my life that I really want going forward, things that are important to me. It's an ongoing thing too. It's not necessarily something I just did once. It's something that I'm gonna revisit. Not only the vision board I made, but this month when we do the retreat, at the end of the month, we're gonna do it. God, it's pretty much it's like 10 days away. We're going to create now physical shadow boxes. So we had like a vision board. Now we're going to do a shadow box, which I'm excited about because I love miniatures. So I'm like wanting to fill it up with things. I actually found a miniature Nord Electro. I can't justify buying it because it was like $30 for it plus $20 for shipping. And I was like, I can't spend $50 on a miniature Nord Electro when I want to spend $3,000 on a large one. I should just save it instead. But I was like, I want a tiny little keyboard. It's so cute. But it's the Envision Your Life retreat is available. So I think that probably today I will be creating a package for it so that you can go ahead and get the password and start to plan to do it for an upcoming weekend. I highly recommend doing it with a group of people. I am not going to password control the site. So you buy the password and then it is up to you if you want to have the other friends that you have purchase it, or if you just want to share it with them. I'm not going to police that. I'm not going to be like Netflix. Like if you want to share your password with some of the people that you're doing it with, fine. I don't mind. If you want to make a slightly larger donation because you're going to be doing that, also fine. But primarily, I just want you to be able to create a spa experience in your home, find a way to retreat from like the chaos and the noise that you experience every day, um, have some fun activities that you can do with a group, discuss some of the things that are, maybe stopping you from doing what you love. And also there are 3 readings that I did during the retreat that you'll have access to, as well as suggested commentary, questions for discussion, and different resources that you might want to use. There's even a PDF book included of this canon here for creative visualization, which is like a standard book that people use for using visualization techniques. So that's all going to be available, I would say, by this weekend. I said that last weekend, but it's definitely going to be available this weekend because all I have to do is create the package and sell it on my site. I just had to figure out how to monetize it because it's a password that I need to give you. So I didn't know how to do that. I was like, I guess I can have people Venmo me and then, or, send a donation. I get the password, but that's a lot of work on my end. I just want an automatic email that you get. You're like, okay, there you go. Now you have access. So thank you so much to everybody who's here with me on YouTube today. I will see you probably tomorrow, or Saturday, either or. And then for those of you here on TikTok, if you want a personal reading right now, I'm going to go to do that now. It's $22 or $33. So join me over on TikTok if you would like that reading. Have the best day. Take care, and I will see you soon.